Hey guys, me Ray3, and welcome back to more Sonic Adventure. Last time, we did more of Sonic's Trials, and this time, we are finally going to be completing his trials. We only have 3 levels left. We have Skydeck, Lost World, and Final Egg. So I guess we better go ahead and start with Skydeck, the level where the only good thing is the music. These last 3 levels are by far the longest ones and can definitely be the most tricky. So, tips for Skydeck. Don't get hit and don't fall. Be sure of yourself and just take it easy. The cannon fire can make it very, very difficult to keep your rings, especially when the ship's going all haywire. So, don't worry about that too much. In the final 3rd act of it, there's some ring capsules you can grab, and you should be able to get enough to get you to the 50 that you need before the end of the stage. The level A on it really is not too bad. You get a pretty wide margin of time. I've actually beaten it with 2 minutes to spare before, because there's just so much of Skydeck you can cut off. So I don't consider level A for Skydeck to be much of a problem. Lost World. Level B, good luck. Level A, spin dash jump. Spin dash jump like your life depends on it. And Final Egg really ain't that bad. I think it's the easiest out of these 3, actually. Now, I want to talk about Tikal's flashbacks. If you found yourself confused or believe the backstory was full of plot holes, well, you're not alone. There are quite a few issues with the way it was presented. One of the biggest being is that you see the flashbacks out of order, making it hard to figure out where they all fit. However, this was further explained in a Japanese strategy guide that put all of the cutscenes in order and expanded on the lore. These, of course, have been translated by Windii. I want to thank her for that. She's allowed me to use so many of her translations for this series. I really appreciate it. So I want to read these to you now. The first one is called The Chaos Emerald Legend. Approximately 3,000 years ago, in a time of rivalries between local warlords, the Knuckles clan was but one of several nations. Pachacamac rises. With the death of the mother, who is of a politically moderate faction, Pachacamac takes on the opportunity to lead the family race. Therefore, the mere band of ruffians that was the battle nation of the Knuckles clan transformed into a powerful warring force. The neighboring countries were quickly suppressed. Seeking the 7 Chaos Emeralds. The 7 emeralds, said to be the stones that can make anything you could ever dream of come true. Pachacamac, not satisfied with merely suppressing neighboring countries, tries to steal the emeralds to further expand the clan's power. However, on the altar where the 7 emeralds are enshrined, there are Chao and the being that guards them called the Spirit of Water that live there, and the clan's pillage operation is completely hindered. The being that is called the Spirit of Water is a mutated Chao, Chaos. Although he wasn't yet named Chaos at this point in time, he will be called Chaos from here on for convenience. Tikal and Pachacamac's confrontation. Pachacamac's daughter Tikal is critical of the Knuckles clan's actions, and is in conflict with Pachacamac. Tikal was handed down the prose that is the root of the Chaos Emerald legend when her grandmother was alive. Tikal encounters the Chao and the Spirit of Water. Tikal comes across the Chao at the Emerald's altar. After that, she encounters Chaos. She's surprised to see him at first, but they soon establish an emotional bond. Chaos guides Tikal to the Emerald's altar. Tikal discovers the Master Emerald. Knuckles' clan is once again seeking the emeralds. Pachacamac plans to invade the Emerald Shrine this time, staking the Knuckles clan's dignity. Tikal stands in their way in front of the altar during their invasion. Pachacamac moves her out of the way by force and attempts to take the 7 emeralds, but he ends up bringing the wrath down upon Chaos due to trampling over Tikal and the Chao. Chaos goes berserk with the power of the 7 emeralds and starts rampaging. When he comes to, thanks to Tikal's prayers, he is sealed inside the Master Emerald along with Tikal's consciousness. The 7 emeralds go missing and are named Chaos Emeralds, the stones that summon disorder. The end of arrogance. The Knuckles clan took a devastating blow from Chaos' attack, and their power weakened significantly. The surviving Knuckles clan suspend the Emerald's altar area into the sky by the Master Emerald's power and lived there, bearing the duty of observing and protecting the sealed Master Emerald, so that an incident like this never happens again. They also left murals and inscriptions in the temple to communicate this incident to future generations. The Chao also fell into a crisis of extinction with the Chaos Emeralds lost, but mere numbers are able to reach lands with an adequate environment, narrowly surviving. And now, Final Egg construction. Dr. Eggman, who schemes to destroy Station Square and build his ideal city, Eggman Land, first started work on a frontline base in Mystic Ruins. Then, while excavating the ruins, he discovers and deciphers a stone tablet that wrote of Chaos, comes to know of Chaos's existence, and tries to revive him. Chow. Chow are barely preserving their lifespan as a species. In Mystic Ruins, they only live in environments suitable for their survival, but in Station Square, the people fell in love with these beings and have artificially built up adequate environments. The inside of the egg carrier seems to be the same sort of thing, but it's unknown why Eggman would do that. Was it just on a whim? Is he trying to use it for something? Or does he like awfully cute things? I was joking when that was canon, but oh my god. Tikal. She appears in the present world due to the Master Emerald's destruction, where her soul was sealed along with Chaos. Her consciousness, which became a red sphere of light, is filled with a sense of duty of sealing Chaos again. But with her body gone, she has no direct means of doing so. Therefore, she appears before those involved with Chaos, or the Chaos Emeralds, Sonic and friends, assisting them and trying to make them do it on her behalf. Her showing off past events to them is her way of making them understand that intent. Chaos. Chaos has been bearing anger and an urge to destroy from when the Chows and Tikal were trampled. However, at the time he was revived from the Master Emerald, he lost part of his body, a tail, which fell to the Mystic Ruins and was taken by Froggy, and without the Chaos Emeralds on hand, he cannot demonstrate his abilities. Therefore, it seems that he temporarily went alongside Dr. Eggman, who will try to regain his true ability. And that is the Chaos Emerald legend. That is very cool, and it's nice how it has little profiles, too, of the characters. I really like that, and I didn't know some of that stuff. Okay, this next one is not as long. It's called At the End of the Battle. What must be done? The 7 Chaos. Chaos is power. Power comes from the heart. The one who masters that is the one who controls Chaos. What did this prose, which was passed down in the Knuckles clan, really mean? The events that happened 3,000 years ago suggest one answer. Chaos has anger and sadness towards the Knuckles clan, who trampled over the Chow and the Emerald Sanctuary. Those negative emotions are amplified by the Chaos Emeralds and cause Chaos to go berserk. Then Chaos, who gave in to his anger, lost his heart and used the power of Chaos, was mastered alongside Tikal's consciousness by the Master Emerald. The prose has told that the Chaos Emeralds are power itself that is not good or evil, and that it must be controlled by the Master Emerald. However, that is both correct and incorrect. When Chaos is revived in the present day, he is still shackled by anger and sadness, and with his heart still hollow, his power was amplified by the Chaos Emeralds once again. Though the Master Emerald could master Chaos, it could not quench those emotions. Tikal, who was revived alongside Chaos, tried to seal Chaos into the Master Emerald again. However, Sonic, who fought with Chaos many a time, declares to Tikal that it will cause the same incident to happen. Then, Sonic draws power from the Chaos Emeralds by trust with his friends and confronts Chaos. That power of heart fills Chaos's heart that he lost 3,000 years ago, and his anger is quelled. Quelled? Quelled? Quelled. How do you say this? Quell. Okay, I think I said it right. When Chaos is freed from the curse of anger and sadness, he notices the existence of the child that he protected wholeheartedly. Due to the act of aggression that the Knuckles clan carried out in the past, the existence of other races ended up becoming a subject of hatred to Chaos. However, when Chaos sees the child living alongside humans, he understood that coexistence can be possible even if the races are different. Sonic and his friends' trust made him realize that. Power of the heart does not need to be mastered by the Master Emerald. Sonic embodied the correct way of using power. The 7 emeralds and 1 Master Emerald. It is unknown as to who created them and why. From now on, there will be those with malice and taken over by lust who will seek the Chaos Emeralds. However, the descendant of the Knuckles clan who knows the terror of power, Knuckles, is guarding the Master Emerald. There is Tails, Amy, Big, and a small bird that operated Gamma, who all fought alongside Sonic. And there is Sonic, who knows the correct way of using power. As long as they're there, a sad event like the one from 3,000 years ago should not happen. Even if they're gone, the heart that should have conveyed to the many people that watch their actions should lead them to the right path. Sonic set out to seek more adventures. And that is it. That is some exposition there. I actually really like a lot of these details here. And the fact that they say, hey, it's Sonic's heart and kindness that he used that power correctly that made Chaos be nice again, kind of just adds another nail in the coffin to the Generations fight and how he does it without his super form, because super forms were kind of like a final boss only thing for a while. So, that's very, very interesting, and I love this trivia here. Even if the wording is a little bit awkward, it makes it kind of hard to read. For real though, it took me 40 minutes to read that. I am ashamed of myself. And we have Sonic's final action stage. We have to destroy the capsule in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Not too bad. Just stay low. Don't get hit. That's way easier said than done, as I apparently have just shown. Anyways, I want to go over a little bit of Sonic's moveset that I never really brought up before. So you've been seeing me do this a little bit throughout the past couple of levels. You can cancel out of your spin dash by hitting B, and you will retain your momentum. So it's a great way to continuously spin dash and keep up speed, especially if you're on more flat terrain, because otherwise you kind of just, run out of speed very, very quickly. If I can give an example, just like do, and then yeah, that's me canceling out my spin dash. It is very, very good, very quick. Love doing that. Another part of Sonic's moveset is something that I don't think I've ever used, and I kind of doubt that I really will, because it's not very good. You can, when jumping, push B in midair to basically have Sonic uncurl and come to a dead stop. It's not very useful because you have a plenty of air control as is, and I've never really found it necessary. But if you need to stop on a dime in midair, that is a good way to do that. Now, I want to talk about something that's been kind of gnawing at me for a while now since I've started the series. If you remember way back in the beginning when I mentioned why I was doing the Dreamcast version as opposed to DX, I brought up the fact of some of the numerous problems DX has, which it has plenty of problems. I've shown you quite a few of them actually. But something that I feel has been kind of wrongly put on DX is the frame rate. People said DX has frame rate issues, meanwhile the Dreamcast version doesn't. And maybe if you're playing on an emulator it doesn't, but this is like unacceptable here. This frame rate has been so bad, and it's actively causing me to mess up a bunch. And this game suffers some serious slowdown at points, because I know at first I thought it was my capture card that was having all these problems, but no, it's the game itself, because you can even see the timer slowing down in these portions. And when it goes to load, it freezes on a frame, sometimes for almost 2 seconds. I had to run it when I can to cut out dead time, but it's bad. Maybe it's not as bad on an emulator when you're playing on like a quad-core PC with enough RAM to handle this, but for regular gameplay on a Dreamcast, this is not great at all. I feel DX is kind of wrongly accused of that, because yeah, it has some frame stutters, but if I play on DX for like a half hour, I might get a little half a second, quarter of a second stutter, maybe like twice. Meanwhile, in this game, this is really, really bad. I mean, if you see this, this is what I'm seeing. It's actively hard to control. And yeah, that's another thing I want to bring up. I kept seeing this mentioned before, that, the Dreamcast version controls better because the analog stick has full 360-degree movement, while DX only registers 8 directions. I'm kind of begging to differ. I think it might be the other way around. I mean, I could just be talking out my butt here. That's completely possible. But I have been having quite the doozy of a time trying to control these characters, because I just played DX like a couple of days ago because I went to try and get all the achievements on Steam, and I finally did, yay! But I went back to play this game for, recording, and it was like a night and day difference of issues I was having. There was some stuff going on. Anyways, now that I've kind of had that little talk, I want to wait here for a moment. I took that checkpoint, and I'm going to purposefully kill myself here in a little bit because I want you to take a look at this. Have you ever noticed this before? This platform moves very slowly up and down, and when you enter the room, it's going up. Now, on a normal playthrough, you're probably not going to stop and ride this thing. But you know what this is? Not a normal playthrough. That's why I took the checkpoint, because I'm gonna kill myself to reset my time so I don't have to do this whole stage again. But I want to take a ride up here and show you guys what's up here, because I'm gonna be honest, it's not a very well-known secret. This thing just takes so long, no one has the patience for it. If you were to ask me why they put this in here, I really couldn't give you a definitive answer. Alright, we can now get on this. There we go, and now we get to ride it up to the top. Oh yeah, I also realized I don't think I have brought this up yet. When you go back and replay the levels as Sonic, Tails will be with you the entire time with every single stage. Because obviously in the main story they get separated, but here in the trial modes, and after you've beaten the story, they don't care, they stick together because they're buds. But now we have the long ride up. Okay, I think we've reached just about as high as it's gonna go. I think it's staying still. Yeah, it's staying still. We have to do the rest of it on the ladders. Don't get hit. That would suck. We have a little platform over here, and if we make it over, our reward is 4 extra lives that are useless in trial mode. Oh, come on. For the amount of time I spent there, I could get so many more lives in Casinopolis. Okay, go back to the checkpoint. Now let's actually finish this like we're supposed to. Okay, because yeah, that lift takes like 2 minutes. Why did they program it like that? I don't know. Is that kind of cool though? Yes, it very much so is. I also like that metallic Eggman face that's on the wall. Very snazzy, love it. But there we go. We have gotten all the emblems we possibly can with Sonic. That is a really, really good feeling. And it leaves us on 69! Oh my god, that's perfect! I'm not gonna let that go. Anyways, oh man. That feels so good to get all of Sonic's emblems there. Alright, well, next time on Sonic Adventure, we'll be going for Tails' emblems. They're not quite as long as Sonic's. Don't worry. So I'll see you in the next one later. The people fell in love with these beans and have artificially built up adequate environments. I can't help it, they're too cute. Wow, this... I gotta restart, but holy cow! Bye, Tails. Oh, Tails, I don't think that's safe! Oh no! Don't worry, he's fine. Tails, no, we're gonna land Tails! No! Never mind, that was not safe! Oh boy. No, no,